my mother and my father had 7 kids. My father had kids outside of my mother as well. My mother raised all of them in the household, and we didn't lack for anything. But I saw my mother work, and I saw my father, work. I just think that 2 incomes is better than one, especially when you are purpose driven and you guys are trying to cultivate. For
I
me, I
wanted to
think that
respond.
I
I
feel
wanted to
like
respond.
two incomes can meet that goal better than one.
I wanted
And
to respond to you
especially when you got kids. So
regarding the Indian Americans. I think it was either Ash or Di who said Indians and Asians have. Oh, that was Ash. Okay, Ash said that Asians and Indians, they make more money and they're the highest earners. But you don't see them having this 50-50 thing. Most of them is that the man is paying and the woman is making the monies that's going into savings accounts and trust funds and university. Whatever money she makes is typically on the side. It's not a case where she's like, um, I don't know. I mean, I guess we just see things differently.
So planning for a rainy day.
Not
so
even,
so
yeah, you could
so
call it that, but go ahead.
if you walk forward, I'll have my friend Puvita, right? She's from Sri Lanka. She's Indian. I'll ask if she wants to come up here because we work together, right? She has a management position. And I've been friends with her for about 6 years. She's married. Her money doesn't go, she makes more than her husband. Her husband is, I think, a bartender or a waiter or something like that. They have a house, their parents live with them. Well, her parents live with them or whatever the case may be. But it's not like, oh, the one, like I said, it depends on the couple.
You
They
have
still have
one
they
example.
still
That's one.
they still they still have their culture values, right? But at the same time, her money is just not going into a savings. The house is in her name. They both collectively are making money, and they're both collectively paying bills.
I
It's
hear
not
you.
just like
I hear
he's
Okay,
you.
Ash.
paying more. I'm paying. It's
Okay, Ash.
like I said, it's
Okay, now that you got that scenario right, in your opinion, what makes more sense? The example that Amira says is saying right now to maybe put it up for savings or whatever she's doing with it. Because when we get information, we got to really see the logic behind it and not just rally up behind something just because it's something. Like, what makes sense to you? If if you had
what
somebody that was in the same situation as your Indian friend, like what would you do with your money?
um well, I'm gonna say what I would do with if I was in her situation and what I'm doing now, which is kind of what I already put up out here the last time I think I was on this podcast or whatever. Um, a portion of both our checks will go into the savings. That way, don't nobody feel like somebody is doing more or somebody is doing less. I don't know if people actually be honest, but sometimes there is a point in relationships, whether it's a platonic relationship, friend relationship, and sometimes a person can get a little jealous, especially a man if the woman is out um working him or out
Out earning.
earning him and putting more money into the bank account than he is. So for like I said, for me, we're both in my marriage, we're both putting money into the savings. That way, you know what I'm saying, we are able to accumulate those type of things and when we both pass away, we leave our kids something behind. So I think, like I said, it's both of us, we come with a goal like, hey, babe, he's still the man. Hey, babe, this is how much percentage we take it from the check after we pay the bills or whatever. We both putting this amount of money from our checks into the banking account, like every week or ever or bi-weekly, however often we get paid. That's what I think is best to me, based off the scenario that you gave.
I got a question for the panel. So let's say, because I often hear this conversation about women being staying at home wives, right? Or whatever the case may be. So let's say she's in her career and she gets married at a later age, let's say 35 plus. Should that woman stop her career, stop her job when she becomes married, or should she still continue her career at that point? And why?
I think at 35, that's still young. Most people live to 100 nowadays. You're not even halfway through life. And I think we need more money in our 401k and our life savings so we can retire early. Yeah, let me work a little bit. Like, but if my husband say he need me home and he want me to have these 3 kids because my clock is ticking, I'm gonna have to stay home and have them kids because shit, I'm 35. Like, it's time for me to, I want some twins right
Well,
now.
let's say kids are not, let's say kids are grown. So it's just you and him.
At 35.
I mean, 35, I said 35 and up. So I just gave a range.
But
Just go with
if
the
my
scenario.
kids grown,
Go with the
I'm gonna
scenario.
listen to my husband. Like a lot of the responsibilities are now minimized, like the bills are minimized, the responsibilities are minimized. Right now, I think after we didn't live life, our kids out the house, we settle. I'm gonna do what my husband asked me to do.
Yeah, but I mean that could only take you so far, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure you would get bored. If you don't have no kids at the house, then what's your purpose of being in the house?
I could volunteer. I could do a lot of volunteer work, or I could find if I want to take up a class, like go to school online or something like that. I could pick up hobbies. Like I hope a man don't want me just sitting at home. We both in each other's face. I hope he got some hobbies, some clubs, like not like dancing clubs, but like fan clubs, like maybe fantasy leagues or something like that. Like I hope he has something, or maybe he kick it with his cousins, or he likes to get up with his dad on Sundays, or I kick it with my family. Like you can do things, you know what I'm saying, or stuff around the house. Maybe he want me to decorate. We could build some stuff together. We could travel. Like there's other things. Like ultimately, Lapeef, to tell the truth, you would have to ask that question because you would be my husband, the one asking me to stay home. Like, if you do ask me
Hey,
to stay home, what would you be expecting me to do without any
that what you
kids being
invested
at
in,
the house?
JR?
The house is clean. We grown. What do y'all want me to do?
That's why bro been going to Chicago.
Okay. I was good.
That-
JR, you need to come to the basement. We need to have a one-on-one, brother, if that's the case. Yeah. Hey. But no, but let me say this. No, if the we ain't got no kid. No, let me say, if we got school age kids, then more than likely she's gonna be working. You talking about you want to retire early? We're gonna get you there because we're gonna use 100% of your check into the retirement, and 100% of my check could go towards paying every bill in the house. Won't be a problem. So we're gonna get there a little sooner and faster. Now instead of have to work till we're 65, now we cutting it off maybe 55. You know what I'm saying? Saving us some time and energy. And in the meantime, between time, we also go and enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have that free time. We can go and travel and do what we need to do in the midst of it. I don't have no problem. Look, like I said, I'm all about one pot. There's no rainy day fund. There's no get out of jail fund. I don't believe in that shit. Me and my wife don't practice that. I don't push that. I wouldn't push that on nobody, man. No, we're not doing that at all. So yeah, I'm all for one pot. So we're gonna figure this out together. And so if for some reason that she needs it slow down, or maybe even take a part-time job. She don't have to work a full-time job. If she want to work a part-time job, do that. At least, like you said, have something to do. But what we're not gonna do is just sit around the house and like this is what you're gonna take care of all day, especially when ain't no little knuckleheads or rugrats are running around no more. No, we're not doing that.